Hi there, it's Jenny from openmindtherapy.co.uk. This is the third in the series of comparing the cycles of nature with the mental emotional cycles of human beings, and it is the 20th of March 23. And today I want to look at anxiety and what's actually going on with anxiety and how we can support ourselves by becoming more in rhythm with nature. So firstly, anxiety is almost always future-based. I can't think of an example where it isn't. And it's always in the head. It's always about the future. It's always fear of what might happen if. It can also be trapped emotions that are unacceptable or judged as unacceptable in the body, such as anger, resentment, fear, or injustice, any of these. And this disrupts the internal harmony, so there's no release. And we can't release those unacceptable emotions because of social conditioning or childhood programming. Whatever it is, it's deemed as completely unacceptable to feel angry or upset about anything that may have happened to you, and therefore you have to store it up. The way this affects the body is manifold. It's incredible. There are physical diseases, sleeplessness, loss of joy, weight loss, weight gain. All of this anxiety completely disrupts the body as well as the mind. So if you're suffering with anxiety, expect to have IBS, diarrhea, nervous system issues, ME, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, although less with fibromyalgia. But all of these things are going to affect the physical body. So that's it in a nutshell, really. I mean, I don't want to go into great detail. I can talk forever on things like this, but, broad brush, that's what's going on. And often it's really important to get into the psychology and understand why a person is storing up these particular emotions, what they can do to get rid of them, what the causes were. Maybe it was an abusive childhood, maybe it was a childhood that you weren't challenged enough in, so now you're wrapped in cotton wool and the world's just a scary place, etc., etc. There's so many baseline causes of anxiety. But let's move on to the natural cycles, the cycle of nature, and how anxiety is fed by not observing what goes on in nature. So for example, one of the best ways to start getting yourself in rhythm with nature is to look at the sun in the morning. So I don't mean, burn your retinas out with the full blaze of the sun, but I mean get sunlight on your eyes, in your retina in particular, on your skin as much as you can, but it's quite difficult in winter, understand that. But even just getting out into an overcast day in the morning and looking up to the sky. How many of us look up to the sky anymore? Most of us are looking at our phones and we're looking down. So the reason the morning sunlight is so important is because it's yellow light, and yellow light switches on all of our mitochondrial functions in the body. It kind of kickstarts metabolism. It just gets our body in sync with the day. And it's the best way to start your day is to get sunlight in your eyes. If you don't have it, obviously, you'll be looking at your blue light on your phone, etc. As the day progresses, it turns to blue light, and then in the evening, the best way to light your home is low lighting, red, dim lights, so that we're not getting too much of the blue light, which is afternoon light, in your eyes. So you can see how there's a rhythm with the light. And by not following it, we divorce ourselves from our natural habitat. Secondly, earth, which is grounding with the earth, so getting your feet on the ground. Now, between May and October, my feet are on the ground over the allotment. I call myself a member of the Blackfoot tribe because I just cannot get them clean. But that enables the frequency of the earth to, and for you to synchronise with the frequency of the earth. And this is really, really grounding, very healing. You'll notice that your body just down-regulates, it feels calmer. It won't happen just once. It will, you need to have a practice of it, but that's absolutely fine. If you can get to put your feet on the earth a lot more, or the seaside, anywhere you happen to be, as long as it's touched with the natural earth. Food, if it can be seasonable, grown near, homegrown, that would be the best. I do honour that as much as I can. I remember when I was a kid, we couldn't get tomatoes till about April, May, if we were lucky, because they just weren't in season in the winter. Now we can get them all year. So do try and live in accordance with the seasons. This means that we're taking our kind of cues, if you like, from what grows around us and what's in season at this time. It tells your body, now's the time to feel like this, now's the time to do that. You might want to hibernate in winter, it's perfectly normal, but you might want to get out there in the summer, that's perfectly normal. This is the food that grows in those seasons are the ones that we need. Then there's breath. Now, with many of my anxiety clients, if I say to them take a deep breath, they do this, which is not a deep breath. Okay, that's shoulders up, short breath into the top of the lungs. Deep breath is when you breathe right deep into the diaphragm. So deep breath is, so my stomach's gone up, now I'm going to lift my chest up, and that's got a full lungful of air now. And as I breathe out through the nose, as long and as slow as I can, 20, 30, 40, a minute or so, as long as you can make that breath last, more practice makes perfect, then you will completely down-regulate your system. One of the biggest things we need to cut out is caffeine. Caffeine absolutely sends the body into alert, hyper alert and hyper awareness. Water, fluoride, we don't need it. It's a side product, or what's the word? Yeah, it's a surplus to requirements product of the aluminium industry. It's sodium fluoride as opposed to calcium fluoride. It's not soluble. It just literally lives in the body as a neurotoxin. And lastly, exercise. The endorphins of exercise. Get yourself out doing something, not just in a gym, because gym is a pretty artificial place to be. You can do it. Look, go and work out in a gym, but get out in nature. Go and run through a wood, or do something that really kind of enables you to soak in the whole of the natural vibe of where you are around you. So basically in this video I just wanted to highlight the fact that, optimal health is about mind and body. It's not just about getting your mind in the right place. Your body has to be in the right place too. Now, if you've got an emotional issue, if you've got an anxiety issue, and you get all your physical stuff in the right place, I guarantee that issue will be lessened. It may not be cured, because we may need to rejig your social programming and your childhood experiences, and learn to let go and forgive and move on. And that's another layer. But if you can get the rest of it right, then you are literally probably at least half the way there. So if I can help you in any way, contact me through openmindtherapy.co.uk, and there's a box on there where you can get a free half-hour session. So anyway, and we can do an evaluation. If I can help, I can. If I can't, I'll refer you on. We'll just be straight up about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, hearing from you. Please drop a comment in the section below. I know there's loads I have left out, but this is just an overview really. So I look forward to seeing you next time.